Alien Earth finally debuted on Hulu, and I didn't know what to expect. I know the Predator franchise has been cooking up all sorts of animated and live action goodness with Prey and Killer of Killers, but can Aliens keep up the pace? I did like Alien Romulus, so let's hope that this Alien franchise can hold on to what it has. From the opening scene, I felt the early 80s nostalgia kicking in. I mean, everything about the opening screamed Ridley Scott to me. The soft introduction to the first crew of the first ship, I had to look around and check what year I was in. The actors, the wardrobes, the scenery, it was just beautiful. It was such a great character driven introduction into the story. I mean, it was a little bit of exposition, but not so much where we feel like the characters were reading us a book about the story. Just enough for us to want to follow along, not be lost, and be curious about what happens next. Now, I'm a fan of the Alien franchise, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I do know probably a little more than an average person, but I'm gonna go back and rewatch all of the films and material just so I could brush up on things because I want to catch up on all the lore. I don't want to miss any Easter eggs. If there's anybody out there who is an expert on it and you did catch any Easter eggs or connections to other films or characters, please drop them in the comments. I'm curious to know. I want to know everything about this. Like I said, the story just drew me in so much. All right, so let's talk about the story a little bit. A Weyland-Yutani ship carrying a xenomorph crashes into the futuristic city of Prodigy. Yes, I said futuristic city. If you watch my Alien Romulus review, you would know that one thing that I didn't like about the whole Alien franchise is that we get so many of these dystopian, trashy, dirty looking places and ships. And it's like, did we ever have a good time? Did Earth ever get beyond where we are now in 2025? And this finally, with the city of Prodigy, we get to see a futuristic metropolis, something that says, yes, all of our technology and stuff did matter. At one point, things were great. It always just wasn't this dingy, dirty place we see in the other Alien films. And with all that being said, I have to say the sets did look amazing. I mean, shout out to the guys who did the set designs and the cinematography. There's not a lot of CGI used here. I could tell these guys did a lot of building. I mean, the interiors of the ship, it feels so real that I could almost smell it. It doesn't smell good, but I feel like I've been there or I could be there. It feels like such a real place. It is wonderful visually. Also, they managed to introduce a new type of synth, which is somewhat of a hybrid. I don't think I've ever seen this in alien films before, but this is a synth body with a human consciousness transferred into it. If anybody ever heard this before, please tell me where. I want to know where this first originated or if this is an Alien Earth first thing. I do think this is a cool addition to the characters and the stories in the show. I mean, we essentially have super powered individuals here going up against xenomorphs, but to add a level of drama on top of it, the consciousness that they receive are from terminally ill children. Yes, you heard me right. They transfer children's consciousness into these adult super powered bodies. You could just imagine all the things that this is going to cause. This is really setting this up to get some interesting dynamics between xenomorphs, superpowered kids, regular guys. I mean, there's so much they could do with this. I'm so excited going forward. The actors have a great mix of stoic, futuristic military types. You even got an eccentric trillionaire man-child thrown into the mix there with the owner of Prodigy, Timothy Oliphant, which is always amazing in everything that he does. He's so great here. You almost don't recognize him the way that they do up his makeup, but I hope he stays throughout the franchise and they don't get rid of him quick. Action-wise, we do get a fair amount of xenomorph action. I mean, you don't expect too much because Aliens is kind of a horror, thriller, more suspenseful type of thing. So I was surprised to see the xenomorph actually do some damage and we actually see a full-fledged shot of him within the first two episodes multiple times. So it was enough to keep me wanting to see more, but not too much where I'm like, okay, we've seen it. What else could they do? Every time the xenomorph pops up on the screen, it's exciting and it's a great payoff to what's going on in the story. So like I said, amazing story, beautiful visuals. We got the soundtrack or the score. We have to call it a score here that knows just when to be there and drop out to give us those suspenseful, dramatic moments of fear and anxiety. Great acting, intense action moments. I mean, I really don't have anything that I don't love about this show at this point. It really does give me high hopes for the Aliens franchise in the future. And the way that the Predator franchise is going, are we gearing up for another Alien Predator crossover film? I mean, it seems they both are reaching their second peaks here. They're both doing really well, and I hope they can find a way to put them together again because I mean, Alien and Predator, right? Who hates that? How could that not be great? Tell me, what did you guys think down in the comments? For you alien experts, please let me know anything, any Easter eggs, any lore things, any things I should see in other films that connect to this show. And of course, comment, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. That keeps me wanting to come back and talk more about TV and film with you guys. But thanks for checking it out. Alien Earth has my stamp of approval. I love the show. I'll be here for every episode unless the show takes a deep dive somewhere in between. But as of right now, I don't see that happening. Anyway, I'm just Dale and I'm out here. Peace.